played them at the football game. I know that.
Yeah, needed them at that hot game.
Yeah, they're selling like hotcakes out there. So shout out to Snowballs. So definitely get out and see them. And I'm pretty sure they'll be out there again this weekend. I know they're going to be out there probably for the first 2 months of games. They do shut down, I believe, in November. So definitely get a chance to grab you a snowball.
Yeah, those snowballs look good. They need to bring one to Baton Rouge. All right, so the game saw, of course, Colin do his customary performance. I also saw Thomas Stevens have another impressive performance before leaving. I also saw Nick Gibson have impressive runs. I also saw some defenders, some veteran defenders impose their will on a USM offense. But we also had a freshman impact. The future is now. I don't ever remember us playing this many true freshmen and them having an impact, Stubbs. I don't ever remember us playing this many true freshmen and them just balling, scoring touchdowns, showing efficiency at the quarterback position as a true freshman. When was the last true freshman to play quarterback for Mississippi State? Was it Wesley Carroll? Was he a true freshman when he played? I can't remember.
I don't know. It's been a while since we've had this many freshman impact players, and with the red shirt rule and all that, going on now. At least you get to play them for at least 4 games to see what they're all about, and if they do better, then hey, let them play. So, what were your thoughts on Schrader and how he played that first game at quarterback?
I think he was very efficient. I wish he wouldn't run so much with Stevens hurt, but I know that's part of his game. He is a running quarterback, so that's part of his game. But I was just cringing every time he took off because if Stevens were hurt seriously, our season hinges on the health of Garrett Schrader. Even though KT's back, right now Schrader's the guy that's going to be taking the snaps if Tommy Stevens isn't playing. So I thought he had a great debut. He was very impressive. He showed pocket poise. He showed the ability to avoid the rush. He had some zip on his passes too, so I'm just waiting for him to throw his first touchdown. I think his first touchdown pass is probably going to be a pretty deep pass because, he looks very natural and composed for a true freshman. Now, I guess we were playing against that Southern Miss defense. Maybe we'll see if he can stay composed when we play an SEC defense. So I was very surprised about Garrett Schrader. What about you?
Well, if you look at his numbers don't say a whole lot. I think he was 7 of 11 for like 71 yards passing. Rushing wise, he had 9 carries for 16 yards. Could have had more passing yards. There was that dropped sunball, we'll call it, that he threw. I think it's Cyrus Mitchell, and it's a touchdown all the way, and it gets lost in the sun, and you're just like, if we could only have that back. So
right, that was a pretty pass. That was a very pretty pass too.
Like for a freshman, he's a stud. Our future is bright.
You got a plan over there, Stubbs.
I'm telling you, man, my computer's all jacked up. So, hey, welcome to technology world. Commercials over here are automatically just playing on ESPN. So, no problem, people. We're just going to keep on going with the show.
And so other freshmen that contributed was Lee Witherspoon, freshman running back, ran for 40 yards and his first touchdown. And Martin Emerson had a beautiful pick interception and return. Now, I didn't like how he was holding that ball out there like a hot potato. But,
I know. I hate when players do that.
But at least he had some skills with returning it. And it was good to see the other true freshmen who played with DeMonte Russell, Charles Cross, Colin Duncan, and J.P. Purvis. So these true freshmen getting their feet wet, man. So that's going to bode well for depth and also potential starters in the future because all these guys were pretty highly rated in high school and becoming recruits and commits to Mississippi State, especially 5-star Charles Cross. Everyone thinks that he needs the red shirt to put on some weight. They've already said they're going to play him his 4 games. He's going to red shirt unless he just needed to. to play due to injuries. I'm hoping he gets the red shirt and get to build on and build some muscle on to his body so he can go through the toils of an ACC season as a left tackle. So it's good to see those young guys contributing. It's good to see those young guys finding success early in their Bulldog careers.
Yeah, that Lee Witherspoon run was nice and pretty, 22-yard run.
Oh, yeah. Nice cutback on that touchdown run.
I mean, the future's bright with him. Like I said, when we got him, you look at his stats, I just feel like that's going to be a steal in a couple of years. I hate it if we can't redshirt him this year, but, it is what it is.
We got some reinforcement coming in next year. Some nice running backs coming in next year, 2 4-stars. So we're gonna be stocked at the running back position. Definitely with the way we're running the football now, teams are going to see that Joe Mo wants to run the ball, that Joe Mo wants to pass the ball. I think our offense is going to be pretty good in the next coming years because players see an offense like ours and they just can envision themselves in the room scoring touchdowns in Wade Davis. So now we want to preview this Kansas State game. A team we whipped last year. A team Colin Hill ran wild on last year. A team that had Isaiah Zuber at wide receiver, Stubbs. Now Isaiah Zuber's wearing maroon, and he's going to be welcoming his old team to Starkville, hopefully sending them back to Manhattan with a loss.
It's gonna be a fun game to watch. When the season started, I said this was an easy win, no problem, no biggie. No. Newsflash, 2 games in, Kansas State can play.
Oh, yeah.
Snyder's gone. They have a new coach in.
Chris Kleeman from North Dakota State.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocking on that. They're 2-0. Of course, they play Nicholls State.
Nicholls State, and they shut out Bowling Green. But we're not Bowling Green. And we're not Nicholls.
So I think they're averaging about 50, 51 points a game. They're only giving up 7. But again, they are a Big 12 defense. I mean, I don't see anybody really stopping us. Oh man, now you got me sneezing over here.
Bless you.
So, bless
you. I hit my mute button.
Yeah, we'll put mine out there. I've got the sniffles and everything.
Now, here's the thing. The only thing that bothers me about this game is like last year, Kansas State had a very, very veteran offensive line. That was their strength. But guess what? Our defensive line was our strength. And it was stronger than their offensive line. Now, they bring back 5 seniors along their offensive line, including tight end, who's also a senior. And they helped to open holes for that run game. Going up against our not so stout run defense. That's what scares me. If this is a game that's going to showcase where our defense is, it's going to be this game because Kansas State's going to run the ball.
Yeah.
They're going to run it. They're going to run it. They're going to run it. And we got to stop it.
They're averaging 347 yards a game in their first 2 games. Our defense is only giving up 136. Now, give or take that Southern Miss didn't run the ball that much because then the running back was out. But if you go back to the Raging Cajun game, man, they ran. No offense, but they kind of ran all over us up and down the field.
Hey. That 3-headed Cajun monster, I'm so glad it didn't get unleashed on us like it got unleashed on Hugh Freeze and Liberty. They ran for over 400 yards on Liberty. Now, Liberty is no Mississippi State, but still, that's the potential that U of L had. Kansas State has a run offense that's different from them, but with that senior offensive line, it makes me a little wary. Hopefully our defensive line can stack up against the run. This is a time where we need our best. I hope Willie Gay is able to play. We need him. He was on the depth chart, so.
We'll find out right before the game of who the suspension list is, but. Is this one of the games where you need to play a little more of your starters or, supposedly starters? So, I don't know. The one thing I can say about this game that's unconventional is Kansas State in the Big 12, it's all supposed to be a passing offense. So it's really weird for me to grasp that they're a rushing team. It's just something you just don't see normally from a Big 12 offense-wise. So I'm looking forward to it. It's an early game. If you're going to the game, please wear white. Please don't wear any other color.
Is it white out?
It's a maroon and white, whatever you want to wear, but
due to the
you need
heat.
to wear white. I mean, this color thing, I need to preach on this for a little bit. What they're telling us to wear, when we need to wear it, and all that, I hate it. I've never seen so much time spent on what we need to wear. Like, wear whatever's comfortable for you. But 96 degrees, white, or wear your Speedo. Either one.
Well, I guess when you have the color that you want the stadium and the fans to kind of look uniform. So I really feel with the temperature being hot, I mean, maybe it should be a whiteout game. Wear white because white is a cooler color. When you're wearing darker colors, it's going to retain more heat. And so with it being a hot game, white would be the color to wear. But if you want to go in line with, hey, I'm going to be in the air conditioner in my house, so I'm going to have my maroon shirt on.
I'll be out. In my house, me and the girlfriend will be in maroon. At the game, you can get away with it, but naked. That's the color. Go that route.
Stuff crazy. All right, so now we're coming to our offensive MVPs previews of this game. Now, no brainer here, dude. My offensive MVP, who I feel is going to be our offensive MVP, Colin Hill.
I guess we can. I'm going to be different, just to be different, to give the listeners something else. I'm going Tommy Stevens.
We don't know if Stevens is going to play, though.
Look, Tommy Stevens is playing. He's not hurt. He was on the sidelines, not wrapped up, not in no ice. He's got a bruise. Moorhead said in his little press conference almost like he was trying to be Bill Belichick or whatever, just not trying to give the information, just so Kansas State doesn't know who they're going to play. Tommy Stevens is playing. I mean, I don't see how he's not playing. If he's not going to play the whole game, he's at least starting the game. But I don't feel as bad knowing if he can't play, Garrett Schrader can run the show.
He can.
Beard and all.
He definitely can. Now, you go first with your defensive MVP.
You know what? I'm going to go linebacker again. I'm taking Earl Thompson because he's going to be the key to stopping the run. Now, the defensive line, got you. They're going to have to plug the holes. But he cannot miss tackles like he did in that first game. He's got to wrap.
He missed tackles against USM too,
and he's got to put them down. This is his time to shine. This is his show. So that is my MVP defensive guy. What you got?
My defensive MVP, the whole D line. I need all four to attack that Kansas State offensive line with ruthless aggression and great strain. Who used to say that? I don't care who used to say it. He ain't here no more. Attack that offensive line. Tackles for loss. Don't really care about getting no sacks because I don't think Kansas State's going to throw the ball much. Tackles for loss is what we need in this game. X Factor. Stubbs, you can go first. Who's going to be your X Factor in this game?
I'm probably going to end up stealing yours, but I'm going Zuber.
So you think we're going to feature Zuber in this game?
It's not even just featuring Zuber. I mean, at first I would say he'd play more of an impact to the game because he knows the Kansas State game. Only problem is they switched out coaches, so it's going to be a totally different offense. But he will know the players that are still there and still know how they operate. He may not have the playbook that he can steal and bring it to us, but at least he knows how the players react, what they may do just based on being teammates with them for a couple of years. I don't know how much he'll play this game. I know he wants to play this game more than probably any other game on the schedule. So if we can feature him and he can, run around and get a couple 100 yards, total offense, whether it's kick returns and receiving, I'm all for it. So that is my X Factor player of the game. Who do you got?
My X Factor is going to be on defense. Brian Cole, baby. We need him to come up and run support. We also need him to stop passes over the middle. but definitely we need him in run support